Well, 4 years ago, Ben Stelter captured the hearts of Oilers fans and many more across this city. The 6-year-old with brain cancer was adopted by the team, and he became a beacon of goodwill. And today is his birthday. And there's an opportunity for you to give to the Ben Stelter Foundation, helping children diagnosed with cancer. Kim is down at Popeyes this morning to tell us more. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Kent. Yeah, today would have been Ben's 9th birthday, and we are celebrating. All net proceeds from Popeyes from Northern Alberta locations are going right into the Ben Stelter Foundation. Not $1 from every sandwich you purchase. We're talking all of it only today for Ben's birthday. We have Kyle Furby with us. Good morning, Kyle.
Morning.
Thank you so much for the shirt, by the way. And coincidentally, Popeyes colors are like Oilers colors, so it kind of worked out perfectly. You being a big fan, hey?
Exactly, yes.
Take me back to the day when you first met Ben's family, Mike and Leah, his mother and father.
Yeah, I had the extreme pleasure of meeting Mike and Leah probably about a year ago. We were helping out with some water bottles for Ben's Cup hockey tournament.
Yeah.
And we started chatting, and Mike mentioned Ben's favorite meal in the world was Popeyes. Anytime he would leave the hospital around his birthday, he would say, "I would love to have Popeyes." So as soon as I heard that, I said, "Boy, we've got to do something cool at Popeyes for Ben."
What was the meal?
Chicken tenders, fries, mac and cheese, and a pop.
Yummy. Every kid's favorite meal in the world, you know. When you think back to the time when we were seeing Ben on the ice skating with Connor McDavid and the rest of the team, what do you remember most about him? Why do you think people fell in love with his story?
Ben was just such an inspiration. For everything Ben went through in treatment and stuff like that, I know as someone watching from afar, a fan, you were just inspired by his strength. He probably didn't even know everything he was going through and how hard it was, but he was just so strong. And I wear my Fight Like Ben bracelet. It reminds me even every day that problems I have aren't even that big. It's to be appreciative and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah. That's a great reminder. Great reminder.
Yeah.
Tell us about today. What can people do to help out the Ben Stelter Foundation?
Yeah, I mean, if you're hungry, you can get brunch, you get lunch, you get a snack, you get dinner, late night snack. Come to Popeyes. As you said, all of our net proceeds go to the Ben Stelter Foundation today. So if you're eating Popeyes, it's directly supporting them. It's such a great cause. Mike and Leah, again, are just incredible people doing incredible things for our community. And that's why we're doing this today. For
sure. We're going to be talking to Ben's dad in a little bit. But Kyle, we want to thank you so much for doing this. This is such a special day. One final question. Predictions for tonight's game.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you know what? They've been playing so good. And I just love this team so much. 3-1 win. Oilers.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Once again, today, come to Popeyes, grab a meal. All net proceeds from the Northern Alberta locations are going directly into the Ben Stelter Foundation. Happy birthday, Ben.
It is an Oilers game day, and rather fittingly, it's also Ben Stelter's birthday today. With more on how you can help the Ben Stelter Foundation, Kim is joining us from Popeyes this morning. What's going on, Kim?
Yeah, good morning, Ken. Good morning, everybody. You know when your kids are eating nothing, like you can't get them to eat a single thing. Fries, chicken tenders, mac and cheese, and a pop. Guaranteed they're going to be full that night. And somebody who knows this all too well is Ben's dad, Mike. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
So how did this come about? How did this meal become Ben's favorite meal after hospital visits?
Well, it started out with Popeyes having some Oilers specials. I think they used to have an Oilers meal where you get this big Oilers cup at the end with it, and Ben loved that and wanted to get in on it for that. And then he just fell in love with the food. Where on his birthday and after hospital visits, he'd always want to hit up Popeyes on the way home to get his chicken, mac and cheese, and fries. And he'd go for the spicy chicken.
Spicy chicken.
He wanted everyone to know he liked the spicy chicken.
Very nice, very nice. Goes along with his personality a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think he would have thought about the last couple of years with the Oilers run so close to the Stanley Cup?
Oh, I think he would be loving it right now. He'd be so excited. I think the one thing that would get him a little bit is he'd be mad that Tkachuk was back in our face. So we'll see. Hopefully we can take care of it this year.
For sure. You've been a busy guy. Same with your wife. You're trying to expand the Ben Stelter Foundation across the country. How is that going right now? What's the progress?
It's going incredibly well. So we've launched throughout all of Western Canada. We have the Ben Stelter Medical Equipment Program set up at BC Children's Hospital, and Calgary at Alberta Children's Hospital, and it's going incredibly well here in Edmonton at Stollery Children's Hospital as well.
You have some merch actually that you designed yourself. Am I correct?
It wasn't us that designed it.
Okay.
Her name is Wendy. She drew Ben as a cartoon image for when he skated on the ice, which has always been special for our family. But we have some shirts, hoodies. We have our wristbands launched on our website as well. We've opened it up for Ben's birthday to sell them, to let people get in on it. BenStelterFoundation.com.
Actually, let's show the people. Aries, come on over here. He's the head of the school programming for Ben Stelter Foundation. Open up your blazer a little bit so you can actually see it. Look at this, and it's a cute little GoPro on the helmet. This is how we know Ben. So this is fantastic. Get the merch on the website if you can, but more importantly, Mike, thank you so much. Happy birthday, Ben. And today, come to all of the Popeyes across Northern Alberta, all the locations. All the net proceeds from every single meal that you purchase today goes to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Well, the Oilers are hoping for a victory tonight on Ben Stelter's birthday. The young fan died 3 years ago from brain cancer, and a foundation in his name is finding new ways to help other kids with cancer. Kim is at Popeyes today to tell us more about how all this works. What's going on, Kim?
Hey, yeah, actually, you mentioned the game right off the top. Guess who's going to the game? Aries tonight. That's going to be really fun, hey?
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, for sure. You actually have had a special relationship with Ben. Can you take me back to the day when you first met him?
Well, funny enough, it was actually on this day 4 years ago when I met him, and I met him at his birthday. We did a drive-by. I went with my dad, and we brought a car with a Ferrari with some Oilers stuff on it,
Nice.
and he really liked it. We got him a gift. It was incredible, and he had a big smile on his face. He's always positive, so I really love that about him.
Yeah, I mean, you're touching on it right now, but like, what did you think of Ben when you first met him? Give me some personality traits that you kind of
He's charming. He's always positive. You know, like I mentioned earlier, he was going through a lot, but he always had a smile on his face. You know, he was just an incredible kid, and he had a super kind heart, and yeah, I mean, he's just incredible.
Yeah. We miss him for sure. Today, we are celebrating his what would be 9th birthday, and you've actually hopped onto the Ben Stelter Foundation and took it into your school. Tell me about your role in leading the Ben Stelter Foundations in schools across Edmonton.
Yeah, so I started this in my school in 2023, and I was just in 8th grade at the time. We raised $8,000 in one school, and then I thought to myself, if you can do it in one school, you can do it in multiple. So that's what we're doing with the Ben Stelter School fundraiser today. Connor
McDavid, there was a special event at a couple of schools this past December. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, so as a part of our Ben Stelter School fundraiser program, if you sign up your school and you fundraise as a part of the foundation, you have a chance to win a special visit from Connor McDavid himself, and he'll come to your school for an assembly. And I mean, that is just the greatest thing ever.
Very exciting, for sure. How can students participate, students and teachers and parents?
Yeah, so, you know, I would recommend, you know, talking to your school team, talking to your principal. If you're a teacher, you can also directly sign up on our website by going to the BenStelterFoundation.com and clicking on our school fundraiser. Signing up early, so if you sign up before the end of August, you can get an extra ballot towards our McDavid draw, so higher chances of him coming.
Amazing. Aries, thank you so much for joining us this morning. This is the most motivated 15-year-old you will ever meet. He has his own LinkedIn account. Find him on LinkedIn. Also, today we are celebrating Ben's birthday, of course, so come to all Popeyes locations across Northern Alberta. All of the net proceeds goes to the Ben Stelter Foundation. Happy birthday, Ben.
Well, as fans prepare for Game 4 tonight, they can also support a cause championed by the team. Today's Ben Stelter's birthday, and the foundation in his name is raising money to help other kids with cancer. Kim is down at Popeyes to talk about this special day. What's going on, Kim?
Yeah, as you said, Ken, we all fell in love with Ben and his story and his family, but you might be thinking, what does a lovely 6-year-old have to do with Popeyes, okay? Well, there is a really good story here, and to tell it all, we have owner of Popeyes, Kyle. Good morning, Kyle.
Morning.
Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for giving me the shirt. First off, when did you meet Ben's family? Where's the connection here?
Yeah, I had the extreme pleasure of meeting Mike and Leah about a year ago. They were doing a hockey tournament called Ben's Cup, and we ended up making some water balls, Popeyes water balls for the kids. And yeah, just love them. Great people.
So the story is, after hospital visits or let's say a long stay in the hospital, Ben would have a certain meal.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, so he always requested to go to Popeyes, and he would say, I want spicy tenders, which I learned it was spicy today, mac and cheese, fries, and a pop.
Yeah, that's like the meal that if your kid's not eating anything, you're getting those, and it's guaranteed.
Tenders
good,
all the time.
Good meal time, right? When you think back to the time when Ben was skating on the ice and he was in the media, we would see him on the news all the time. What do you remember most about Ben's time with us?
Well, I mean, Ben is such a celebrity. Like he's someone that I think that inspired us all. Just went through so much, and you know, I don't think he knew how hard it was. But he was just an inspiration to the city, and even to the players and the team, right? And I wear my Fight Like Ben bracelet as well too. And it reminds me, you know, life isn't that bad, and it could be a lot harder, but to keep fighting and working hard. So yeah.
For sure. So tell us about today. How can people come and help out the Ben Stelter Foundation with Popeyes?
Yeah, so all 21 of our locations across Northern Alberta, we're donating all of our net proceeds to the Ben Stelter Foundation, which is awesome. I love the fact that we have an event at Popeyes that we can do like this. So if you're hungry for brunch, lunch, snack, dinner, late night snack, you're supporting the Ben Stelter Foundation today if you're coming to Popeyes. So. And
it's not just like a buck from each sandwich or like, you know, a little percentage or anything. This is the net proceeds.
Net proceeds.
And you can also donate afterwards as well?
You can, yeah. Even so we started on May 20th and we're going until June 3rd in our restaurants. You can do an extra donation as well too if you so choose to support the foundation.
Yeah, you're a big fan of Ben, but you're also a big fan of the Edmonton Oilers. You're actually going to the game tonight. Are you okay?
I'm always nervous for game days.
Yeah.
I just love the team so much and I want them to win so badly. But yeah.
Here's hoping for tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
morning.
You for having me.
This is fantastic, guys. Come on down to Popeyes. Remember, all of the net proceeds from each of the locations in Northern Alberta goes directly to the Ben Stelter Foundation. Happy birthday, Ben.